Now, this situation involving Atlanta's own rapper Young Scooter is so damn unfortunate, especially with all the latest details that it came to the surface, man. Now, see, I was just hollering at a couple of YNs since this story broke, since the news then broke and all these new details then dropped. You got Young Scooter on his birthday turning 39, end up fleeing from the police, end up cutting an artery on his leg, end up losing his life, which due to a scallywag swatting, calling the police. Of course, this man was dirty. He ain't running for no reason. Still in the streets and all that. We're going to get into it. We're going to break this down. I want y'all to hear this news clip, man. This is the scallywag, but check this out.
The woman on this call claims that there were 7 men at this home. She says that she heard 3 shots fired. She even says that the woman was naked and had a baby on that scene. However, during a news conference, Atlanta police never mentioned anything about a shooting and say they never found a woman or a baby at that scene.
Atlanta 911, operator 8715. What is the location of your emergency?
Around 5 o'clock, March 29th.
Okay, so I'm the neighborhood watch.
Call 911 reporting a shooting.
There is literally a whole domestic dispute going on. There's like 7 guys that live in this house.
A few seconds later, telling the dispatcher the guys are selling drugs out of the home.
All you see is guys coming in and out of the house with guns and stuff.
Then claiming a naked woman was thrown outside.
It sounded like they were fighting over drugs. And then they started shooting.
The dispatcher questions the caller.
Urban
How many
area.
shots were fired?
I would say 3. It was 3 shots.
When did it happen?
It's happening now.
Then sends Grady EMS to the scene.
The girl is hurt because she was like bleeding profusely, like blood everywhere.
Do you see or hear anything else?
Yeah, she's trying to get away and they're holding her. She's being held hostage.
A few minutes later, on the line with first responders, the caller adds a child to the situation.
She ran outside naked, bleeding from her face. Then there was a baby involved.
This call sparked the chain of events that ultimately led to the death of Kenneth Bailey, better known as rapper Young Scooter. APD Homicide Commander Lieutenant Andrew Smith describes what happened once officers got on scene.
They knocked on the door. A male opened the door and immediately shut the door on the officers. During the process of establishing the perimeter, 2 males fled out of the rear of the house.
One of those males being Young Scooter.
Jumped 2 fences as he was fleeing. When officers located him on the other side of the fence, it appears that there was, when he fell, some type of fracture injuries to the leg, which caused the bleeding.
This is Demi Blanco, aka Girl La 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 on Instagram, right? 5 Las. So she is dating one of Young Scooter's homies. Now, we're not gonna say who her boyfriend is, bro, because honestly, bro ain't do nothing wrong, and I don't even want to involve bro in his nonsense. So she's dating one of Young Scooter's homie. Now, here's the thing: Young Scooter and his homie, they're supposed to have a kickback, a little party later that day for Young Scooter. It's his birthday. She wasn't invited though. And because she wasn't invited or because she couldn't come, this scallywag decided she was going to call the police and make a false report to get the event or party shut down preemptively before it even began, before that even pulled up.
The dispatcher could not call this woman back. They could not trace the phone. And the 911 national program says oftentimes these phones are used in pranks and to make these fake 911 calls. So again, APD is trying to figure out why this woman called 911 and what she actually saw and the reasoning behind it. So if anyone recognizes that woman's voice, you are urged to call APD.
The reality is she made this phone call because drama is in her nature. Straight up. It is what it is, man. Anybody that she deal with, she been give them these type of signs, man. You think this is the first time she didn't call the police or threatened to call the police? She the type of female that use locking a brother up as is her strength. You know what I'm saying? If she was a Power Ranger, that's how she power up, straight up. Locking a brother up or threatening to lock a brother up. Man, these type of females ain't shit, and it is what it is. and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is the caliber. You could be a man and be this caliber, and you could be a female and be this caliber. But the reality is, man or woman, they give you these type of signs from day one, man. You just got to pay attention to these signs. And that's the lesson that I'm trying to give in this video. When you dealing with a toxic person or a person that's going to be your demise or your downfall, or an energy vampire that just suck up all your energy, suck up all your blessings, man, they show you who they are from day one, man. Now, you could either pay attention to the signs, or you can waste a whole lot of time dealing with this type of person. And unfortunately, rest in peace, young Scooter. And he wasn't even dealing with this female. He just happened to be dealing with a brother that was dealing with this female. And his demise got met, surrounded himself around his homeboy. So the real lesson in this situation, man, you got to not only pay attention to who you spending your time with, who you going to ride with, friend or relationship. You got to value your time, value your energy, man. Because a relationship, man, or a woman or a friend, they could suck your energy, suck your blessings, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Misery is contagious. Misery is like catching the flu. And that's real. You can catch somebody's misery as quick as catching the flu, catching the coronavirus. So you got to value your energy, value your time, value your blessings, man. And these type of people, man or woman, going to show you who they are from day one. Whether it's a female and they use the threats of calling the police. The first time somebody do that, you got to say, I ain't doing that. Oh, nope, I'm going to get away from you. You know what I'm saying? If that's a female way of showing you who they are. A man, he going to show his ways too to the women. But like I said, man, the moral of this story, you got to pay attention. And when somebody show you who they is, you got to pay attention, man, and believe them when they show you it. Straight up. Or you're going to end up wasting your time and meeting your real demise, man. It is what it is. Rest in peace, young Scooter. This brother, this wasn't even a female he was dealing with. His homeboy was dealing with her. And I'm pretty sure, sad to say, his homeboy, she done showed his homeboy who she was a million times. Just this time, it done blew up and turned out for the worse. Look at her. She bony. She ain't even all that. Built like a stick. Man, this young brother, man, this young king, sad to say, man, when you still in them streets, man, I done been there, man. When I see the police, if I'm dirty, hey, if you got to work to get me. Just unfortunate that it just turned out for the worst for this brother, man. Like I said, man, the moral of this story, be careful who you surround yourself with, man. And when people show you signs, believe them. Straight up. This Bezo. Y'all like, y'all share, y'all subscribe, man. Rest in peace, young Scooter, man. Damn. Peace.